Very well, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
The regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Public Building Commission, Chicago, that's held today, will come to order. And I would ask that our Executive Director, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Chairman Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
Commissioner Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Whitley.
Here.
Commissioner Ellis.
Here.
Commissioner Castaneda.
Here.
Commissioner Harden.
Here. Very well, thank you very much. So we do have a quorum. Next up then is the public participation. The Open Meetings Act, public comment period will be held at this point. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide their comments. Please proceed with the public comment period.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for joining us today to share your comments with the PBC Board. In compliance with the Open Meetings Act, public participation provides an opportunity for residents to share their comments with our Board of Commissioners. Although this is not a question and answer session, staff are happy to follow up with you after the meeting. As a reminder, public participants must register 2 hours in advance of the meeting and are allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. Also, as stated in PBC's resolution adopted by the board, all public comments must be limited to issues of concern before the board or its committees. Remarks of a personal nature directed toward a member of the board, employees of the commission, or any other individual will not be permitted. Although we welcome public participation and public comment at our meetings, conduct or behavior that is not respectful or in violation of our anti-harassment policy will not be tolerated. Thank you again for joining us here today. Mary Pat?
Thank you. Our first speaker is Mr. George Blakemore.
Good afternoon
Good afternoon.
to Honorable Mayor Brandon Johnson and the attendees that's present. If you have an agenda, it's the City of Chicago, B1 and B2. Dealing with streets, and one of them is dealing with alleys. Paving these streets and the alleys. I am totally against the process. And the reason I'm against this process, when I look and see the demographic of the race of people that are working, I don't see Black men working and women working. So perhaps you can do this in-house instead of contracting it out, because it's not working on the behalf of Black people. So once you contract it and then you put a specified something, we want MBEs and WBEs, we want to see Black people working, and it's not working. Because I've seen many of these projects and I'm looking for Blacks. I say, are they Venezuelans? Are they Mexicans? Are they white? Who are these people? Why is it that Black men are not working? And my motto says, if we can't work, nobody works. And I'm not blind, I'm not crooked, and I'm not crazy. And it just didn't happen on Brandon Johnson. It's been going on. And you know why it continues to go on? We got Black faces in high places. You're not doing your job. How are you going to monitor these programs to make sure that Black people are working? That's why it's very important for me to come up and speak up and stand up on the behalf of my community. MBEs, WBs mean nothing to me.
Mr. Blakemore.
Nothing doesn't mean to me.
Next speaker is Dr. Heather Delmich.
All right now, you told right. Ancestor loves you, Mr. Blakemore. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mayor Johnson, good to see you. Imagine being handed $130 million to build towards your vision for an environmentally sustainable city that centers community and young people. According to the PBC's RFQ, $130 million is the budget for Morgan Shoal, a 6-block stretch of our lakefront. Supposedly, the USACE will cover 65%, about $71 million. I asked Mike Padilla a couple weeks ago, do you have those funds secured? He replied, no. Last year, Senators Durbin and Duckworth sent a letter requesting the funding. It was not successful. 2025 does not seem like a better year to build plans around federal funds. So why is the PBC pushing forward with a design the community has spoken against, a design that doesn't meet the Secretary of the Interior standards, and a plan that's going to take 5 years to build and is projected to last for just 40? Mr. Mayor, you know you've got excellent people working with you, building toward that vision you have for an environmentally sustainable city, for the youth to be the leaders of the future. When we're looking at Morgan Shoal, we're looking at a third space in the city of Chicago, a third space that the community has ideas about and have been ignored. Mr. Gooderoff has said that that plans are 90% complete before they enter the NEPA process. And I'm wondering what your Department of Environment Commissioner Tovar's reaction is to the plan being put forth, or the Park District, Carlos Ramirez Rosas. I mean, this plan is 130 million. That's more than 4 times his budget for the entire maintenance of the Park District. Or the Chief Engagement Officer, Sarah Mather. They disregarded the community and community engagement. This is our shoreline, the city of Chicago. And when
Your time has expired.
darn it, I've got 2, can I be a second person? Anyway, I sent you all this in writing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for all of our public speakers. Thank you very much. Now for the consideration and approval of the minutes, the regular meeting, which was held June 10th, 2025. Can I get a motion for the approval of the minutes? Move to approve. Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. And opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. Now for the report of the audit committee regarding the meeting held June 25th, 2025. This report will be presented by committee chairperson Whitley.
Thank you, Mayor. The audit committee held a meeting on June 2025. Our report is as follows. The PBC's Director of Finance reported on the planned submission of the PBC's annual comprehensive financial report in conjunction with the commission's basic financial statements for year ending December 31, 2024. The ACFR is in your board book under tab A4. Representatives from Deloitte provided the required auditor communications related to the PBC's audited financial statements for the year ending December 31 of 2024. There were no material audit adjustments recorded or unrecorded. Deloitte further reported that there were no material weakness in matters related to internal control over financial reporting. The executive director thanked the audit committee, the PBC finance team, and their partners at Deloitte for their excellence in completing this audit. He also acknowledged the collective positive impact made in the communities where the PBC works and assured the committee that the team remains focused on the diversity of work underway. The audit committee accepted reports, and that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Very well. Thank you, Chairman. Is there a motion to accept this report?
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Can you second his own report?
Okay.
Can I get somebody? else?
Second.
All right, very good. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of accepting of this report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. This report is accepted. Now for the report of the executive director regarding the notice of awards for contracts is under $25,000. Chair recognizes Executive Director Gooderoff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This month, we have one contract to report to the board for Demolo or Demolo Media in an amount not to exceed $2,300 for program-wide photographic documentation, video production, and related services. That concludes my report for item A5.
Thank you very much, Mr. Executive Director. Is there a motion to accept this report?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. This report is accepted. Now for A6 is a report from the Executive Director regarding just the regular reports, development status, and other matters. The Chair recognizes Executive Director Gooderoff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As reported by the Audit Committee, we are pleased that the PBC's annual comprehensive financial report was submitted on time to the Government Finance Officers Association and is being considered for their Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. As we recognize the successful completion of the 2024 audit, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the entire finance team led by our Director of Finance, Tanya Fouché-Weekly, our partners at Deloitte, and the unwavering support from the Audit Committee. Regarding our work, we will continue to collaborate with our municipal and county partners to deliver the diverse portfolio of work currently underway. Since our board meeting in June, we have participated in and hosted various community engagements. On June 24th, the PBC hosted a community hiring session for the Emergency Medical Services Addition Project in Alderman M.M. Mitt's 37th Ward office located at 4926 West Chicago Avenue. Also on June 24th, the Public Building Commission and its partners, the Chicago Department of Transportation, Chicago Park District, and the United States Army Corps of Engineers hosted a community meeting for the Morgan Shoal Revetment Reconstruction Project. The meeting was held at Kennecott Park, located at 4434 South Lake Park. The purpose of the meeting was to provide an update regarding project status. The meeting was well attended. Special thanks to representatives from the offices of State Representative Tarver II, 4th Ward Alderman Robinson, 5th Ward Alderman Yancey, and especially Commissioners Randall and Commissioner Ellis for attending the meeting. Then on July 1st, the PBC and its partners, the Chicago Department of Transportation, joined 17th Ward Alderman David Moore for a groundbreaking ceremony for the Works Progress Administration Street Reconstruction Project on South Central Park Avenue between 71st and 73rd Streets. PBC's contractor, the BOA Group, also participated in the ceremony. As part of your initiative, Mr. Chairman, to build better together, this is another example of our collective work and commitment to improving the city's infrastructure, enhancing safety, and supporting vibrant, accessible neighborhoods. Upcoming on July 9th and July 14th, the PBC will host in-person community hiring events for the Malcolm X College West Campus Addition and Renovation Project at the Legler Regional Library located at 115 South Pulaski Road. Last month, we discussed the PBC second annual connection session. As you may recall, the event focused on upcoming opportunities, doing business with PBC, and encouraged networking with minority and women business enterprise firms, subcontractors, vendors, suppliers, and assist agencies. PBC emphasized the importance of partnerships, collaboration, and capacity building.
Is that Commissioner Harden?
It is.
Okay, we gotta make sure that we get them all the way in the photo. They had to kind of.
Oh, you'll be seeing the commissioner in a second here. Administrative staff and students and scholars from City Colleges of Chicago's Dawson Technical Institute, Chicago Public Schools, Chicago Builds Program, and ASEA's training program attended the event as well. As part of its student employment initiatives and under your leadership, Mr. Chairman, PBC invited the students and scholars to meet with contractors, subcontractors, and professional service providers regarding various employment opportunities. As of June 9th of this year, 3 scholars from Dawson Tech are working on PBC projects on a full-time basis as assistant project coordinator. Those projects happen to be part of CDOT capital program. And I am proud to introduce you to PBC's newest team in the future of our industry. If you can stand when I call your name. Miss Cynthia Blaney, a graduate from Lane Tech College Prep in 2019 and a graduate of Dawson Technical Institute in June of 2025. Mr. Jamarius Ducker, a graduate from Rich Township High School in Richland Park, graduated in 2023, and a Dawson Tech Institute graduate as of June 2025. And then Mr. Daquan Stone, who's parking his car to trying to get up here. He's a graduate of Dunbar Vocational Career Academy as of 2013 and a graduate of Dawson Technical Institute in June 2025. All 3 of these new team members are currently working on PBC's projects as part of CDOT's program out in the field.
Mr. Executive Director, our brother from Rich Township, let's make sure he gets a Chicago address before 2027.
I'll talk to Dean Kelly about that.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Also in attendance, speaking of, Dean Anisha Kelly and her administrators, Rashawn Sanders and Faith Jefferson. Thank you for making this happen. Thank you for doing that. None of this would have happened without you, so thank you. In addition to that, joining us today are representatives from the firms that work for the PBC who extended those career opportunities to these outstanding scholars. Ann Edwards Cotter, if you can stand, president of Cotter Consulting. Robert Ochi, principal, one of the principals from Ardmore Rodriguez and Associates. And Isaac Bishop from Comprehensive Construction Consulting, Inc. Thank you. As of today, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, we have a total of 7 Dawson Tech graduates that are working in the industry as part of our initiative. So it's something to be proud of, and we're proud to work with. And then finally, I just want to thank Kennedy King College's President Webb Walker and City College's Chancellor Salgado for their trust and their partnership with the PBC. As far as the scholars are concerned, thank you for choosing to start your career with us at the PBC. And Mr. Chairman, Board of Commissioners, our collective success will always be founded on identifying, hiring, and empowering our future leaders. And before we present the next video, if I can just ask everybody from PBC to stand up for a second, because I want the board and Mr. Chairman, I want you to see all that contributed to the connection session and the video presentation that you're about to see, including Bryant Payne and Lisa. So thank you all. And then before I conclude my report, just a short video presentation. Hi, everyone. It worked before today. Hi, everyone. My name is Ray Gitteroff. I'm the Executive Director at the Public Building Commission. And on behalf of my chairperson, Mayor Brandon Johnson, our Board of Commissioners, I wanted to thank everybody for attending our annual connection session, which is probably one of the more important things that we can do as an agency, is to be collaborative, to be accessible, and to make all of our partners aware of our opportunities.
This is a great event that's been put on by the Public Building Commission.
It was really exciting for me because we had so many Chicago Public School students present today. So there's a real potential today for students to leave here, not just with the knowledge of what contracting is, but all of the opportunities that are connected to it.
What really makes this event stand out is that it brings true collaborative intentions.
A lot of people can be a little bit of an introvert, but you need to get a little bit out of your shell and go out there and make those introductions, because those are keys to helping you in this career.
The positive that came up in this event was meeting the executive director, Ray. It means a lot, actually. You can meet a lot of new people. Being early got me really close to Ray.
I would say one piece of advice is don't think you have to know anything about construction to get into construction. There's a lot of people from a bunch of different backgrounds starting off at a bunch of different places.
This was an amazing networking event. We got to meet some more students. We got to meet some more contractors that want to hire these students, and we're seeing the need for young people to enter the construction industry and the wants.
And right now, behind me, they are interviewing with all of our contractors that are here for those potential opportunities. So I couldn't be more grateful to be the Executive Director at the Public Building Commission, along with our entire staff and everybody that's here to collaborate, to partner, and have this dialogue about our work. In addition to that, wanted to thank all of our municipal and county partners for their enduring partnership and their support as we work together on these critical investments throughout the city. And then before I finish, Commissioner Maldonado, thank you for staying the entire time. Commissioner Harden, thank you, and President Petwinkle, thank her as well. You stayed the entire time, and you talked to every single student that wanted to talk to you, so thank you.
Pleasure.
And that concludes my report for item A6.
Very well. Is there a motion to accept this report?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Anyone wish to speak to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the chair recognizes Commissioner Maldonado.
No, I want to, say thank you to Ray for all the hard work. This was actually an event that it was a proud moment to be there, especially being on the PBC as a board member, and to be able to talk, to all these young future talent of the city of Chicago, and to see the passion that they have to go into the construction industry. It's actually very humbling. And to be able to connect with them and talk with them, and his staff, Ray and his staff, did a phenomenal job, and thank you for that, Ray. But also, none of this will be possible without your leadership, Mr. Chairman, without your leadership support and your vision. That's very important And for that, I want to say thank you so much for creating these opportunities for our people in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chair recognizes Commissioner Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say, 14 years of sitting here, I don't think I've ever seen a video produced by PBC, so. Wonderful job.
Featuring Sean Harden.
That's why we did it.
And I hope that this one on the website.
It'll be posted
Yeah.
and I'll make sure that each one of you get a copy of it as well.
I just want to echo what was said already is, we hear a lot of conversation about diversity and Black and brown faces not being represented. This is how you do it. You get people connected early when they're making choices about their career. And there's a lot of young people out there, as we all know, who need these opportunities. And so we're doing our part to make sure that they get connected. So thank you for your work. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your leadership.
Thank you, Commissioner. Chair recognizes Commissioner Harden.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to underscore, I really appreciate Director Gitteroff for your intentionality around engaging youth. It's incredible. I reached out to you about CPS and within weeks, we were fully engaged. So I appreciate your work towards that.
Thank you.
Any other commissioners wish to speak to this motion? All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of approving this report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, this report is accepted. Thank you all very much. For the city of Chicago, consideration of approval to award a contract C 1625 for the Works Progress Administration WPA Street Reconstruction Project, west on 92nd Street, west of 106th Street, west of 107th Street, west of 114th Street. Chair recognizes Executive Director Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On May 30th of 2025, with our partners at CDOT, we invited all contractors to bid on the Works Progress Administration Street Reconstruction Project at 4 locations. The project consists of full pavement reconstruction and excavation along with site improvements. On June 13th of 2025, the PBC hosted pre-bid and technical review meetings. On July 1st of 2025, we received 4 responsive bids, and following review, we recommend the award to MQ Sewer and Water Contractors Incorporated, doing business as MQ Construction Company, in the amount of $7,814,997.85. Sorry. That concludes my report for item B1.
Thank you, Executive Director Gitteroff. Is there a motion to approve this recommendation?
Move to approve.
Can I get a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. Now for B2, this is consideration approval to award contract C 1626 for the Chicago Department of Transportation, CDOT. It's a capital program of alleys in various locations, and the full package is number 5. The chair recognizes Executive Director Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On June 2nd of 2025, with our partners at CDOT, we invited all contractors to bid on the CDOT capital program for alleys at 7 locations for package 5. The project consists of full depth alley pavement reconstruction and associated work. On June 17th, the PBC hosted pre-bid and technical review meetings. On July 2nd of 2025, 5 responsive bids were received, and following review, we recommend the award to Summit Construction Incorporated, a certified minority business enterprise firm, in the amount of $4,475,856. There is a representative from Summit Construction here that's joined us, so thank you for that. And that concludes my report for item B2.
Very well. Thank you for that, this recommendation. Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move to approve.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Does anyone wish to speak to this item?
Not this item.
We'll get it before the agenda. Okay? No hands or discussions for this item then. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. Before adjournment, Chair recognizes Executive Director Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. DeQuan Stone was able to join us. I know you're working hard these days, so you have to park your car and get up here, but this is DeQuan Stone. He's a graduate of Dunbar Vocational Career Academy in 2013 and a graduate of Dawson Tech in June 2025. He's the 3rd of the students that we've hired on. He's been working with us since June. He's assigned to our CDOT program, so go ahead.
Well, we appreciate your grind. We appreciate the grind and the ingenuity and the commitment that's coming from all of you. One of the commitments that I know this body has with bodies of government across the region, we want safe and affordable spaces for you all to be able to raise your family, work hard, and fulfill your purpose. So thank you, Executive Gitteroff, for your commitment to this work. You know, there's an African greeting that happens on the continent in different regions where the way the tribes greet one another, they greet each other with the question, how are the children? How are the children? And the elders of the region have to be able to emphatically say the children are fine or that they are well. And if they can't say that they are well, that's more indicative of the elders than it is of the young people. So as there are efforts to try to restrain or even criminalize young people, this body, and I know people around this region are committed to investing in them. Because when we're able to say that they are well, then it speaks to our investments and how we're showing them for everyone. So thank you, Mr. Gitteroff, for your commitment to fulfilling this mission and this vision of creating more access and opportunities for our young people. I know this table is committed. Everybody knows how much we appreciate and love our young people. As a former public school teacher, believe it or not, Commissioner Whitley, he doesn't brag about this story, but we grew up in the same church denomination. And he, once upon a time, he was in charge of young people. He was in charge of me. And this is why you got to treat people right. He was in charge of me, and he spoke into my life, and he said, young man, one day, you know, God's gonna do something with your life.
So you did a good job.
But sincerely, if we can speak into our young people's lives, there's no limit to what they can reach. So thank you all again. With that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
That's undebatable. All those in favor?